Write some funny shit on there too, actually.
We do. Synapse Misfire, episode 135, roll 1, scene 1, take 1.
And then we never use it again.
We never use it again.
Because this is a oneer. We do this show as a oneer. This is pretty impressive, actually. Our camera never cuts, even though it does.
Our camera never cuts, except when it needs to.
We are so fucking bad at production making that we have to cut a static image.
Well, we have to cut it because the camera fucks up. Or because we say something that we shouldn't.
Yeah, like if I said that your name is Christopher, I didn't say.
If I said Jordan's address,
preceded by the address,
followed by the address.
Oh yeah, you're right. Proceed.
I would say the address and then say Jordan's address is.
Is that really what the fuck proceed means? Yeah, it does, huh?
Yeah, it's prefix, precede.
Well, proceed. We do proceed.
I don't think that's how you would use that word.
But I did use the word, so would it have worked is my question.
I don't think so, because that's not how you would use that word.
Chris will proceed to tell you the address. There you go.
I'm going to proceed to tell you to fuck off. I'm going to proceed to do the intro, huh?
Yeah, why don't you go fucking proceed? Your dad has an impeccable timing. It's always when we go silent for anything. Like, let's clean the slate. And bro's turning into a fucking bloater up there from The Last of Us. Like, fuck. Fucking gonna start getting wrong.
Oh, man. Hello and welcome to the 135th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined by our other host, Jordan.
That's me, baby.
That's him. Jordan, we put this show on several different platforms. What are they? What might those platforms be?
So you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify Podcast, and the RSS Feed, all linked below. There's also the YouTube video and the Spotify video, and there's also the email. Contact us, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. YouTube comment section, Instagram, TikTok, all that shit, all linked below. Send us something. We're running out of content. We need your help, please.
Yes, I agree.
I just want one question, one valid question from someone we don't know.
Fair.
Or rather, we don't associate with on a daily basis.
Fair.
One question. Ask us anything. I'll answer. You want to bid my dick is?
You want our addresses and social security numbers?
I'll answer it. Just
We'll
ask.
give them to you. Just ask.
Fuck, man. Just ask nicely. Use please.
Man. Jordan.
What?
TikTok is a platform.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the ones I listed, actually.
It's one of the ones that we put our shorts on sometimes.
Sometimes. I think the last one's like fucking 8 months old, but yeah. Okay.
I mean, 8 months is some time.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So, TikTok is a platform that exists, a video sharing platform.
Some would say pretty popular, yeah.
Something like that. There's this guy on the app who his whole page, hundreds of videos, is him playing Among Us VR and screeching at children.
Oh, is the guy who scares them too? Like he just says, yeah.
Like when I say screaming, like he doesn't yell words at them, he just screams. He'll walk up to this player who's a child and just go, ah, ah, and he'll just scream. And there's like a bunch of videos where like the kid's mother gets on the microphones like, hey, shut the fuck up, bro.
Oh my god.
And that's his
like
whole
old
shtick,
days, man.
is he fucking screams at children.
That's like fucking, that brings me back to like the old Call of Duty days, man. When people would just like scream at you or send you an Xbox recorded message like, hey, fuck you, man.
Or like the classic fucking Xbox Live voice message of the guy going, you're just jealous because I'll be able to do something with my guitar that you'll never be able to do in your fucking life, kid. So yeah, you're gay. And he plays like a riff on his guitar. It's all shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember if I could just pull back some of the audio I sent out, dude, there's some fuck shit. Like
there's definitely stuff that warrants a minimum life sentence.
Dude, I was using words I couldn't even spell. Like, fuck.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of just, like, the same shit. Like, it was just, like, reciprocating what I would hear.
You fucking ignoramus.
You ignoramus, yeah. Fucking, you neo-Nazi! And it's just, like, some guy in his basement.
It's just some guy. He's like, does this child even know what that terminology means?
Yeah, I called one of our high school teachers a neo-Nazi. Not to their face.
It would be funny, though.
It would be. It would be. Maybe it's something I can think about. Maybe I'll just write some letters, like ransom letters, where they cut it out of a newspaper and just spell out neo-Nazi. And mail it in.
Like it's a fucking movie. And then it's peppered with your DNA.
Yeah.
Like you include like chunks of your hair, your blood.
Not to mention, I just fucking mail it in with my return address and name.
Return address, your full name. You have like a little sticker that has all
my
that
old
info
student
on it.
ID. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's like a small bit of your skin stapled to the letter.
Oh no. That would be disgusting.
There's another TikTok thing that makes me think of is these like true crime women who have like an in case I go missing binder because they think their life is a fucking crime drama.
I haven't seen this. What's that about?
Okay, so basically they'll have a binder and it's like in case I go missing, which do you plan on going missing? Is this something
No, it's in case, man. It's just in case, bro.
Is this something that you foresee happening? How often are women just randomly kidnapped? Fairly rarely, you know. So, and it will just be like shit like that where it's first is a picture of me, then it's a lock of my hair, then it's a sample of my DNA or some dumb shit like that. Or like, these are the people I associate with most. And it's all just shit like that. Like, you are insane. How is that not a paranoid delusion?
I was going to say, that's a little bit of paranoia if I've ever heard of it.
That's absolutely a paranoid delusion. I've never thought about what would happen or what I would need in case I went missing ever in my life.
I honestly, Chris, this is probably one of the few times I'll say this. You're 100% correct. I've never thought of that. I've never gone, man, maybe I should come in a jar so that way they can find me.
Maybe I should give myself my DNA samples so that in case I go missing, the cops have something to go on.
Yeah, like what?
If
I'll leave a tooth in there too.
Yeah, if I go missing, just assume I'm dead at that point, bro.
In fairness, if I do go missing, just don't even worry. Yeah.
Just don't bother. There's probably a reason I went missing.
Yeah, I mean, it ultimately is what it is, right? Like,
you know, it is what it is, man. Yeah, so that's the thing. That's definitely like a paranoid delusion, and if you're considering making one of these things, go to a therapist.
Yeah.
And it's always the real like true crime women, specifically women. There's a lot of women in the true crime community.
Yeah, my mom likes true crime actually.
And I think that's it. They read about all these cases and they get fucking terrified about them.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, this is going to happen to me eventually. It's not. Relax.
Yeah. And there's other means to protect yourself beyond.
Yeah. I always be saying this, right? Women that are scared to walk alone at night, get a gun.
Yeah.
You think a wayward rapist is going to continue pursuing you if you pull a gun on him? And you know, a gun fits real well in a purse.
Yeah.
If I was chasing a woman to kidnap her and she shot me, I feel like I would not continue that chase. So just get a gun. Simple. If you live outside the United States, this may not work.
True.
Because I don't know the specifics of getting guns in other countries.
Yeah, it's very touchy-feely. But yeah, I mean, in the United States,
easy enough here.
It's not that hard.
They gave this guy one.
Yeah, many.
Yeah, so.
But,
shit, I got it right here.
Check this shit out. I pull out like a sniper. I start assembling it.
It was in a briefcase that has like a fucking 50 BMG in it. And he's putting all the parts together. And he goes, I'm ready.
I can't even hold the fucking thing because it's like a 70-pound rifle. It's
Blows
not
his
meant to be
arms
held.
right off.
That's the funny part about most of those fucking snipers. They're not even meant to be held, dude. They're supposed to be on like a bipod. That's how fucking heavy they are. Literally like 70 pounds. Who is this that is texting me? Who dares disturb me in my inner sanctum?
dares disturb my slumber?
Ah. It was just something I already knew. So Boomy Boy at work,
Boomy Boy
sent a screenshot saying that the guy who plays an old man at the start of episode 6 of The Last of Us TV show was also Rain's Fall in Red Dead 2, but I already knew that. I knew that. He's a famous actor.
I already knew that, actually.
Oh, shit, a bit of a histologist.
Did you know that the guy who plays Walter White is also the guy who plays the dad on fucking Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah. Actually, I did hear about that, which I thought was kind of insane because it didn't really look like him at first. But then I thought about it, I'm like, that kind of does, actually.
It does look like him. He's just bald.
Yeah. Chris, did you know that Pedro Pascal playing Joel is actually not Joel? Joel was not Pedro Pascal in the game. And in fact, Joel is actually a video game character, so he's actually not real.
Holy shit, he's not real?
No. I'm going to have a repeat of this. Our most popular TikTok ever.
Spider-Man isn't real?
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a fucking...
Come on!
It's just Discord. I don't care.
Oh, Discord, my back.
What's wrong with you?
I think we have to set the record straight, by the way.
Okay.
That Booms is no longer Booms.
Oh yeah, he's our boss now.
Yeah, and our boss has no fucking relation to us anymore.
Yeah, no, he's dead to us.
So, I don't know what to call him. The dead guy? No, that might be a problem if he does.
He's
die,
not
though.
actually dead.
He's dead to us, though.
Call him bald idiot. He's gonna like that one.
I hope he's gonna be driving when he hears this, and you're gonna say that, and he's gonna swerve off the road and crash, and then he will be the dead guy.
Imagine,
So-
that's how we kill him.
So I don't know. Maybe for show's sake, we just stick with Booms and our boss, even though our boss isn't our boss, and Booms is still
now our
Booms, but
boss.
he's our boss.
So we can't be too mean to him. We can't talk about how much chicken pot pies from KFC are stupid conceptually. They were good, to be fair.
Honestly, Chris, if you said that now, without having said it in the past, you probably would have been fired. It wouldn't have
You would
been
have
as
fired
nice.
me on the spot. I would have gotten a call right now. Hey, I'm firing you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. No. You make a good point. I understand. Let's go get him.
I get it.
No. Yeah. So the mythos is just we're getting like a intertwined, complicated mythos around us now.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's also, to keep consistency, it's our boss, no longer our boss, but we're still going to refer to him as such for consistency.
For the time being, and then Booms is our boss, but he's just gonna remain Booms. Boss Booms.
Boss Booms.
Is that Boss Baby?
Like the Boss Baby.
He's
They made like
decrepit.
5 of those fucking movies.
They made it with a little girl too, I think. Like it was a
Did they?
female Boss Baby.
They made a show, a Boss Baby show.
I didn't know Boss Baby was that popular, to be honest.
I mean, I don't think I don't think that we're Boss Baby's target demographic.
No, we definitely
to be
are.
fair.
But no, like you hear about Frozen. How many fucking little kids do you see walking around going Elsa, Anna, and then like having like Frozen shirts and shit? Like I don't see anyone with a fucking Boss Baby T-shirt. I don't see any children with Boss Baby attire or merchandise.
You know what they say, real G's move in silence like lasagna.
What?
That's a line from a song.
I guess lasagna is silent. Oh, do you remember the
No,
fucking...
the G in lasagna is silent. The lasagna makes a lot of noise.
Especially if I'm clapping it. Anyway.
What?
Do you remember the Lasagna Paradox?
Oh, the thing I came up with? Yeah.
Yeah. We still never got an answer to that. This is for all you physicists out
I'll
there.
pose the question. Okay. Lasagna. You get a lasagna, and it's layered.
Like 4 layers, yeah.
But if you get another lasagna and you put it on top of the original lasagna, you don't have 2 anymore. You just have one big one. Mm-hmm. So how many lasagnas have been made? Is it millions and millions, or is it just one?
Yeah.
I think it's one theoretical lasagna.
Theoretical, because
But
in
it's
practice...
been split into a lot of different lasagnas.
Right. No, I agree with that. Our physics teacher heard this, and he loved it.
Yeah, he didn't give us an answer either, which makes you worried because he's a smart guy.
Dude, he went home, he was like, oh, fuck. They figured it out. He's like packing his shit into a briefcase. He's like, oh, fuck. I gotta flee.
He's got a briefcase full of lasagna.
He goes in a dark room, he opens the briefcase, he just sits there, he's like, please, lasagna, please give me the answer. He's like summoning the lasagna.
The little creature comes up out of the lasagna, and he convenes with this creature.
Fucking Christ.
An entity older and more powerful than we could even imagine.
Older and more powerful than lasagna itself.
More powerful than lasagna itself.
Fuck, man. But yeah, I gotta actually text him. I helped him with some machines, and I helped him like buy some stuff, and then I like hung out with him, and then I was like, bye, and I haven't said hi to him in a long time.
Yo, hey, you should come on our podcast.
I remember I said that. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna plant the seeds. I'm gonna try to hang out with him and help him with what he needs, and then I'm gonna try and be like, so we have a podcast, and I was hoping he'd be like, can we do like a physics episode? I said it to him. Did I ever tell you his response?
Oh, he was like, I don't like computers or something.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, so you remember Chris? Yeah. Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, he was a smart kid, but I'm like, yeah, sure.
Something like that.
I'm like, sure, yeah.
That's debatable,
I was like,
yeah.
but we have a podcast, and he goes, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't use technology. I don't listen to that stuff. I'm like, oh.
Oh, man.
I was hoping he'd be like, oh, that's fucking awesome. Can I see it?
What if he was just like, I already knew, and he shows, and he subscribed to the channel?
That would be
He's
pretty
actually
sick.
got, like, he goes and he hits a button and starts playing, like, whatever was last playing on Spotify, and it's our podcast.
It's our podcast, but it's not even out yet. It's like a future episode.
It's a future episode that we haven't even recorded yet. Not even
Yeah.
one that, not
It's
even
this conversation.
It's this conversation. Like, how? How did you remember the lasagna thing, right? This is what the lasagna demon told me.
So then we know your answer was the answer. The theoretical lasagna versus the practical lasagna.
It's like, it's the same vein as like infinite monkey theorem, where like in theory, an infinite amount of monkeys clacking away at typewriters for an infinite amount of time will in theory produce every single written piece of media, including all of Shakespeare's works in order. It's like something to explain nuclear things or something.
Yeah, infinite
I'm not
amount of
smart enough
possibilities.
I'm not smart enough to figure it out. Shit like Schrodinger's cat. The cat's dead or not dead, depending on.
How you look at
You
it.
have to look at it to make sure, but when it's in the box, you don't know, kind of thing. I don't know. Science is weird, man. I feel like the shit that scientists come up with to explain things is kind of stupid.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah,
You know, it's
sometimes.
not even real. Why are we even looking into this? Why are we even looking into this? Sure, it's greatly increased our lifespan and like greatly increased our quality of life, but why are we even bothering?
Let's just stop science.
Let's just
boycott
stop.
science.
I feel like we've done enough science by now. Let's just end science. When's Science 2 coming out?
It's like PC too.
Or Math 2?
Oh, fuck math too. That can stay delayed. I'm fine with that.
Jordan, Math 2 has been delayed again.
Yes.
English 2 has been delayed.
English 2 is fine as long as we don't have shitty teachers. English has always been like
Fair.
a touchy subject for me. It's either you have a really good teacher that makes it interesting and it's fun,
Yeah.
or you have a really shitty teacher and it becomes like a fucking neo-Nazi sort of fight to the death.
No, it definitely, like, you have to battle. It's definitely, like, a thing that I've noticed with specifically English teachers.
Yeah. Well,
They're either the worst or, like, the best.
Well, I've had plenty of English teachers that taught us Shakespeare that I was like, oh, that's actually pretty interesting. I've also had others that are just like, oh, you're teaching us Shakespeare. This fucking sucks. Like,
That was my reaction every time, though.
what, that it fucking sucks?
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks to an extent, but, like, you can make it interesting. You can, like in
Sure,
terms of, like, a
sure.
project standpoint, like, project you're doing and shit, that stuff I can be like, all right, I'll get behind it. Like, the material kind of sucks, but, like, what you need me to do is fine. And then I've just had other teachers that just assign books and are like,
Yeah,
read
read this book, idiot.
My favorite part was junior year.
And then they do that and they're like, why do kids hate reading now? Well, if you give me something interesting to read or, like, you know, make it not a chore, I might enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, it's like, truthfully, the fucking junior year, what I used to love was, I genuinely enjoyed, we did what was called Socratic Seminars. I liked that. That was kind of cool. I'm a bit of a debater. Not a masturbator, but a debater. You know what I'm saying? I like debating. And we do Socratic Seminars. But my favorite part about junior year was the teacher that I had, who Chris is very familiar with, would set up the Socratic Seminar, but then tell you you're wrong for voicing your opinion. You know,
Isn't
the
that-
seminar
isn't
where
that
you're
the whole
supposed to
point?
You're supposed to discuss.
Isn't that the whole point? You're supposed to discuss how you feel about the literature that you're consuming.
Yeah, right. So like, Chris, if I was like, hey, how did you feel about that movie we watched? And then you were like,
I thought it was
didn't-
pretty good.
You know, I didn't care for this part, but I thought this was really good. And I was like, wrong.
You're wrong.
Wrong. That was like that teacher pretty much.
You know how like in general, teachers in like high school and lower grades are like, if you ask a stupid question, generally they have like a pretty measured answer. They won't like be like, hey, you're stupid. Mm-hmm. In college, totally different.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If you ask a question, it's specific people. If you ask specific professors questions, you say, what is this or what is that? And he goes, it's a specific professor that I can think of on hand who will just be like, you're stupid. Or not say that directly, but like, that's a stupid question. Why would you even ask me that kind of thing? He told one of my professors, he told some kid to drop out the other day.
What?
Yeah. He told them he was having trouble like opening this file that we had to work on, and he told the professor about it. The professor goes like, just go down to the registrar's office and then drop this program and enroll in a different one. So yeah, teachers suck sometimes.
On one hand, I'm like, oh man, that's really funny. But if that was to me,
if that was me, I'd be fucking pissed. I would be so mad.
I'd be pissed, and I'm not even gonna lie. I think that would push me over that threshold. Not to like, I'm gonna fucking kick your ass, old man, but to just be like, listen, you fucking douchebag. Like, I would pop off. Like, no, that wouldn't fly. Like, and then, oh man, yeah,
even professors I like. I've definitely responded like that in ways to professors. Like just the other day, just yesterday, I was like in class in my lab, and I was like, you know, we have a bunch of cables and stuff in the lab, and you're supposed to tape them down. And I was the guy, so I was trying to tape them down. I had them all taped down, right? But then we moved something, and then they were like, "Oh, we keep losing feed on this camera." And my professor goes, "It's probably because everyone's stepping on this cable and it's not taped down." I said, "It was taped down before you moved it, buddy." And this is a professor that I really like. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll push back on shit like that. That's why it's like I don't even fucking bother asking questions anymore to certain professors. Like, I just won't even fucking bother. You know what? I'll figure it out on my own, dickhead.
Yeah, imagine paying, fucking $40,000 to, literally a fucking walking resource. Like, this person's supposed to be a resource for you, and you ask a question, and like, no. Like, imagine if you Googled something, like, hey,
and Google just told you
what temperature should I cook chicken to? And it was like, what are you, fucking stupid?
What are you, dumb? What are you, an idiot?
Like, I'd fucking punch Google in the mouth. Like,
I'd find fucking
Gary Google. Gregory Google. No, that's better. Gregory.
Oh man.
Fucking Christ. Yeah, speaking of fucking college, I applied to a local community college, so
damn.
Working on getting a little bit of a transcript so I can fucking go.
A little bit of a degree.
Yeah, I gotta get my transcript and some other bullshit. What's cool is the test that you have to take for this college, I found out was null and void if you graduated within the last 5 years. Guess who graduated 4 years ago? This guy.
Oh, this guy's a bit of a graduator.
So, I'm a graduated cylinder. You know what I'm saying?
You're a cylinder?
Sure, yeah. But yeah, so I applied. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but
what are you interested in?
Nothing. No, truth be told, like, I was talking to our boss. I was like, I think if I had to pick something I want to try, like, if you could tell me, name something you want to try right now with no, what's the word I'm looking for? No, like, drawbacks, like, no financial investment, no sort of repercussions if you have to stop or whatever, like, anything. If I just give something a shot, I would try to pursue, like, CGI, I think, or some sort of media creation. To me, I think CGI is where I would prefer it.
That's the thing is, like, I said this, like, if I ever go back to school, I'd go to, like, film school. But that's a lot of money you put into film school.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get, like, an ROI on that degree.
Well, that's what I told our boss was, I was like, I would love to go do something with CGI. Like, I watched Corridor Digital on YouTube, and they're really cool, the CGI stuff they make. They talk about, the bad part of CGI, like the fucking crunch hours and shit. But their stuff's really cool, and I like it. But the problem with CGI is, like, you don't just get a CGI degree or, like, a visual effects degree, and then you're like, all right, I'm going to work in the field. Like, no, you have to build up the most insane fucking portfolio to get anywhere.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's the thing, is like you have to, if you do something like computer science or whatever, you can just be like, okay, I have this degree, and you call a company, or like, hey, I want 6 figures, and they go, sure, and they just give you money.
Yeah.
Maybe not so much anymore. That was the case 5-6 years ago with computer science specifically. Maybe not anymore, because a lot of companies that specifically employ developers and other sorts are laying all of them off. So,
You chose a fucking banger career to go into, brother. A banger degree.
Yup.
But
you should go into computer science. It's great. Look how happy I am. I was trying to make myself cry.
I saw you
I couldn't
twitching.
do it. I couldn't do it.
You looked like you were having an aneurysm. You're like,
That looks like a chihuahua.
a chihuahua under the slightest duress.
Because of how chihuahuas are built, their eyes fall out sometimes. Because they'll get mad and they'll start shaking. One of their eyes will come out. And you have to just pop it back in. I don't know if that's true. That was something a teacher told me once.
If it is true, if I had a chihuahua, I'd just go, well, all right. Like, fuck.
Chihuahua's got to be the worst dog, for real.
Oh, shit.
Who's buying these things?
My sister.
Every time I see a chihuahua, I get pissed off.
Yeah, I don't care for dogs in general, but I've always said if I got a dog, I want a bigger one.
If you wanted a small dog, there's so many better small dogs you could get. Ones that aren't just fucking machines filled with hate.
Yeah.
That chihuahuas are.
Yeah, I'd want like a Shiba Inu on the small side. Let's say I know really wants like a Corgi or a Beagle, but Beagles are loud too. But if anything, if I was going to go from small dog, I'd probably just go straight to a big dog. I don't like dogs in general. Give me a fucking cat, bro.
Damn, I would,
Give me a gato.
I do plan on getting a dog at some point. I want to get like a lab. Because they're, like a black lab, they look like they're so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, they don't look stupid. I mean, they look like they have zero thoughts in their head. Yeah. They have these big fucking paws. They look like barrels with legs. Yeah. And they have big-ass heads and nothing going on in there.
Yeah.
But apparently they're very smart.
I was gonna say, yeah, no, they're super
Apparently they're very smart. I don't...
One of the guys we play D&D with has a black lab that comes over, and that's like the smartest dog in the room as soon as it's there.
Yeah, it's... they're apparently very smart. So
what you got one with Chunk, you're thinking?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe.
Poor Chunk, dude. Guy's already a pussy.
Chunk's gonna he wouldn't be happy about it. But I could
have to get a puppy to kind of bond them, because if you come in with a full on fucking like year-old black lab, Chunk is gonna die. He's gonna have a heart attack seeing that thing barreling through the door. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, I've definitely run in with like black labs they look like fucking bears.
Yeah.
Like there's definitely times from like that's a moose you have in your house. That's not a dog.
Yeah.
So they're a little bit intimidating in that way.
Yeah, but they're super friendly dogs. Like a lab,
yeah.
I would go up and just pet a lab. Like if someone would let me, I wouldn't just like walk up to someone's dog. But like if it came up to me and they were like, "Yeah, go ahead," I would pet it.
It's one of those dogs.
Someone did with a pitbull, I'd be like, "Eh."
It's one of those dogs you never see pissed off.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I trust the lab.
Or like a golden retriever. You never see a mad golden retriever.
True.
I've had a golden retriever growl at me, but I was being a dickhead. So.
Oh wow! It's almost like when dogs are mad, it's usually because someone's provoking them. Weird.
Typically, yeah.
Weird. I did see some weird Facebook post.
Cats, on the other hand, they're just agents of chaos. I'll look at my cat the wrong way, I'll swipe at me.
Yeah, I saw this Facebook post that was really funny. That was like, it was worded in a way that said like, you raised your kid to be afraid of dogs, and then it said I've raised my kid to be the dog to be afraid of their kid or something. Like it was some weird like bass backwards sort of thing.
Weird fucking boomer post.
Yeah, some sort of like boomer post, and I'm like, okay,
Why would the dog be afraid of your children?
Yeah.
Why is it a good thing? Your dog shouldn't be scared in your own home.
I'm like, what? Like, what are you trying to say?
No one should be afraid of the dog either. Like, what are you trying to say? Boomers are a weird bunch. It's all the lead, I think. Like, their brains just aren't right.
Yeah.
In some way. You know, like...
some sort of malformity.
You get something like that, or like, you know, sometimes maybe you go and grab 4 water bottles, and that's a questionable offense.
That triggers them.
So, you know.
At least you didn't get hit with the back in my day. We only needed 2 water bottles.
We only needed 2 water bottles.
For per month.
Look at the fucking size of me. I take up a lot of water, you know. I'm like a sponge.
Yeah, that's my favorite, what's the word? Favorite variation on the whole boomer thing is like, back in my day, I walked up 74 hills of snow fighting 4 Yetis to get to school.
Yeah, it's great. Sucks to be you. I have better things now, though.
Like, you're upset that I can just like get on a bus and just drive there? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I that argument always pisses me off because it's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, I had to suffer, so you do too.
It's literally the opposite of like what a parent should think. Like,
yeah.
to me,
would you not want better lives for your children?
To me, literally my entire thought process as of like, oh, if I was to become a dad is like, what did I hate about my childhood and how can I get rid of that in their life?
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
For me, a big thing is like, I always hated how much my parents worked, so they always worked a lot, and I was always kind of left to my own vices. Why I'm a big gamer, a bit of a gamer. But like, if I have a kid, I'd like to like be around them a little more and like play sports and shit. But like, you know, I'm not like, oh, they need to be locked in their room because I felt like I had to be locked in my room all day.
Back in my day,
back in
my day, my parents used to throw me into the ocean. Like, what? That's not good.
Back in my day, I just had to play The Last of Us all the time.
Back in my day, my parents used to lock me out of the house. That's another boomer thing.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
Look at the fucking bunch you guys raised, all right? They're not exactly well adjusted.
Yeah. So my mom, one time, my mom and dad were gone for like, I think a whole day. They were gone for like a full-on day. They went to New Hampshire.
They were gone for like a month.
Yeah, they went out to New Hampshire, so they were going to be on their way back that day. And I was outside. I was home, rather. I was home alone. My friend came over. I was like, hey, buddy, what we doing? Let's go do dumb child things. Went outside and locked ourselves out. And I was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. So we were really hungry. It was like 5 o'clock. We were waiting on my parents to get back. And I was like, I have an idea. So we hopped in the bed of my dad's truck because they took my mom's SUV, so his pickup truck was there. Okay. And it had rats on it, and it had a grate, and then it had the sliding windows on the back. But the latch was broken. So I stuck a stick through the latch, pulled open the window, reached in with a really long stick, unlocked the door. Thank God it was fucking power locked. Opened his door, took all the change in his change compartment, and then we went to like McDonald's.
You're a menace.
And we paid in like quarters, dimes, and pennies, dude.
That's how it be though. Sometimes you just have to rummage the house for a bunch of change.
That was the greatest bit of thievery I've ever pulled off.
That might have been the greatest heist I've ever pulled.
My dad, like a week later, I remember driving with him. He goes, I thought I had change in here, and I was like, oh, I took it.
No, you didn't.
No, I told him the whole thing. He was like, what the fuck?
What's wrong with you?
So
no, I will say buying shit when you were a kid was like, it made you feel powerful.
Dude.
Made you feel powerful. Imagine you go to like the store or like McDonald's and you like, I want a double cheeseburger, and you hand them like $2. You're like, I'm the fucking man, bro.
Yeah. That's how I feel about like kids nowadays. I feel like kids nowadays all have like iPhones and shit. They have like iPhones and shit, which again is fine. Like, I'm not gonna get in that territory.
Back in my day.
Well, I'm gonna say that, but I'm not gonna get in that territory. Like, it's not a bad thing. It's a bad thing how much people are on their phones. But back in my day, I had a Huawei Valiant, which was $20, and like a piece of shit. It was a piece of shit phone, fucking removable battery. Like, it was fucking garbage. But like, that was the shit though. That built some character, if I'm honest with you. Like, having the crappy phone at age 15 and then rummaging through fucking trash cans.
If I ever have an child, which I don't really plan on, frankly, but like, if it happens, you know what I want to make sure kind of really doesn't happen to this child is having pure unrestricted access to the internet and watching, like, seeing someone get their fucking head cut off.
Or fucking castrated or some shit.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Live leak doesn't exist anymore, so, like, you can avoid it a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you know, I'm jaded now, but, like, you know, when I was, like, 12, I was like, I want to see a guy fucking die today.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing now. Back when I was a kid, too, or when we were kids, I guess, because we're the same age, but when I was a kid, I didn't have internet, which was the good thing. I just had video games, so it was like The Last of Us. I got a PS3, so I had all that stuff. So I had the game side of it, but I didn't have internet, so I didn't have the ability to be like, let me just hop on the interwebs and type in, like, porn, and you find, like, a bunch of weird shit. I didn't get the internet until I was, like, 14, 13, maybe, somewhere around there, so, like, truthfully, it wasn't, like, super influential to me in that way, but I will say, for the short stint of time I did have it, but before high school, that was what I was doing. Bestscore.com. This guy gets blown up with a hand grenade. Like,
bro, you missed out. Like, having unrestricted access to the internet from age 8. You know, look at me. I'm a perfectly well-adjusted adult.
Yeah, very, very well-adjusted.
I'm very well-adjusted. I'm very normal.
Extremely. I think I'm finally getting used to this lighting, by the way. It was fucking blinding me last episode.
Oh, see, I'm actually already blind, so I can't see at all.
This whole episode is gray, friends.
It's just black. I can't see. Someone disconnected my eyes.
Dude, that'd be sick if we could just start and just unplug them or like hit a switch.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you from doing that.
Sure. I guess the irreversibility of it is. But
you could always pull just snip that optical nerve.
You could probably reattach it, right?
But tie it back together.
Fucking twist tie. Dude, fucking twist ties were the shit, though.
What?
Twist tie? I haven't seen twist ties in forever, bro.
There's one right there.
Well, no, not even those. Like the little white ones that you get like with bread. Those. I haven't seen those in a while.
I haven't seen one of those. Whatever happened to those?
Whatever did. They got those little stupid fucking...
This is like the same fucking thing I see on TikTok where people are like, whatever happened to mourning doves? You know, the fucking... birds.
Yeah, what the fuck did happen to them?
You know what happened to them? It's winter. They're not around right now.
I don't ever hear them in the summer either, though.
You have to wake up early and just listen.
I don't ever hear them.
They exist. I know they do.
I want to... You know what I've been saying, Chris? I think next year... And honestly, I don't know if Letzi would want to do this with me, so maybe we do it. Nothing gay.
I don't like how you're presenting this to me,
I have
Jordan.
been itching to literally just go to a cabin, like, in the woods, and just fucking stay there for, like, 2 days. Like, cabin in the woods, like, just by, like, a lake, like, go fishing. Like,
remember when we were originally going to do that, and then the guy we were going to rent this cabin from told us to get fucked?
Yeah, because we were young.
And then we had to rent from a different person, and our fucking... I'm not going to spoil the video.
Ah, yeah. I was trying to think of what you were going to reference, but yeah. No, I not even for content. Like, I just want 2 days, a weekend, to just be in nature a bit. And just, like, out and about.
Just hanging out, you know?
Like, I've said it before, like, I guess this is kind of cliche, but, like, one of my favorite things that I did last spring was, when it was nice out, I was on the front porch with my Steam Deck. And I was just sitting there. And this isn't, like, a smoggy-ass, nasty-ass city. I'd love to go sit by, like, a lake, brother, and just chill.
On the front porch with your Steam Deck.
Yeah, listen, there's just something about it. I was never, like I mentioned before, I was never really a nature person. I was always like, oh, my mom's working, she's a nurse. She's working 11 to 7, 7 to 3. So she's sleeping every other hour of the day. And my dad's just fucked off doing something dad-like, fucking some sort of construction somewhere.
Doing some dad business elsewhere.
He's always doing, like, construction, fucking plumbing. Like, he was just doing all these side jobs. So I was just like, what would I do? All right, I'm going to play The Last of Us again. So I just play video games, like, all day. And then I got to the point where I was like, oh, I'm old enough to leave the house now by myself?
I'm going to spend 13 hours trying to install fucking Too Many Items mod on Minecraft.
Yeah, pretty much. And, yeah, and then I actually really, for a very short stint of time, I kind of got into urbets, like urban exploration. I kind of got into that. But there's not a lot of gray areas around us,
well, see, the thing about that as well is... with urban exploration is it's legally gray in a lot of cases.
That's the other problem.
And, you know, I feel like the last people I really want trouble with is the police, frankly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, I'm exploring a little bit, and then get arrested. That would kind of suck. That
Yeah.
kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah. I did, honestly, though, I did do some urban exploration that was like, I look back on it, I'm like, I could have fucking died. Like,
That's also another element.
there's a series of mills.
Like, this is a building that hasn't been inhabited since fucking 1910, and then you go, oh, will this staircase hold weight? Nope, and you die.
Yeah, well, pretty much what it was the one that comes to mind is there's some mills, like some old factories near where I lived at the time. And actually, it's still technically near where I live because where I moved, I'm also in that direction. But, there was an outer, what do you call them, fire escape. And that shit was like this, like just sloped off the building. And I was like, what if I climbed to the top of that 50-foot fire escape? So I went all the way to the top, and this shit was like up there. And I was like, I'm going to go down now. And I went back down.
I'm definitely going to die up here.
So looking back at that, I'm like, man, what would my mom have thought if she was just like at work or like sleeping, gets a call. She's like, And they're like, hey, your son Jordan, yeah, he fell 50 feet to his death. She'd be like, shit.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
I'll pick him up later.
That little rascal.
Yeah, a little goofy guy. I'm just like in 7 pieces on the ground. I look like a fucking Roblox character after they die.
Fucking oof.
Yeah. Dude, if I die, when I die, I hope I hope it's in some sort of heinous way and I can just go oof before I die, because that'd be really funny. You're like flipping through the air in the car and you're like oof, and then
I
you
hope I get turned into just vapor.
we talked about this on the podcast where I wish I would just like turn into your driveway in the Yaris and just get railed by an 18 fucking wheeler, dude.
No, that's fair. Like, I feel like, because, everyone's gonna die, I feel like I want to die in a funny way.
I think it'd be funny, yeah.
Like, if someone's like, holy shit, I saw someone die today, but it was hilarious. I want it to be like some fucking ridiculous, like, Rube Goldberg contraption that just blows my head off or something.
Yeah, that would be the way to go. I would want it to be some sort of comic
Yeah,
way.
it needs to be funny.
Yeah. Yeah, man, urban exploration, it's something I would really like to do, but it's just like, I ain't got time for that anymore.
Yeah.
There's not any good places around us either.
That's part of it too. You have to find the right places, and finding the right places is just a kind of the level, you just kind of have to do it.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to, like, guess and check.
Yeah, like, I'm going to go here. What's here?
I'm going to go here, and then you go there, and either it sucks, or there's, like, a ton of signage saying, hey, stay away,
Yeah.
or you'll be fucking killed.
Yeah.
We'll put you in a deep fryer if you,
That's the other
if you
part
walk
of it,
into
too,
here.
is you never know, like, who else is there either.
That's also,
like,
yeah.
you're like, oh, look at this building. Let me go in there. And then there's squatters in there.
Which is, like,
I came across squatters on a train track once.
personally, I have no issue with.
I don't have an issue with them squatting.
So long as they have no issue with me.
Yeah, no, I have no issue with them squatting. That's fine. You do you. But my issue is when I walk in there and I get fucking jumped.
Yeah, like, that's what I want to avoid. Like, I don't care that you're there. I just care that you don't have an issue with me being there.
Yeah. So there's that. But yeah, no, I don't know. I think it'd be really nice to just have like a weekend in some fucking cabin. Or like that treehouse we found. That treehouse.
Yeah, that
That'd
was
be
pretty
sick.
cool.
That'd be fucking sick. Like, and then if a bear shows up, you just shoot it. Like,
Why?
if it attached you.
Well, if it's attacking you, but if you said if it just shows up, like if it's minding its fucking business and we fucking kill it, why?
No, I meant like if it shows up to kill you.
I see.
If it tries to steal your Mount Gay.
That's a reference that you're
It's a
gonna
joke
get
only
soon.
Chris and Alex will get.
Yeah.
For the time being.
But let's talk about that. Let's talk about Monterey
Gay?
video.
Oh.
No, Monterey video.
Yeah, what's our timeline like, Chris?
Today's February 25th.
Hey, he's not blind.
I just sensed the date. I went, hey, narrator, tell me what the date is. And it goes, it is February 25th.
2023.
Today's February 25th. I would like to just spend like one more week on the video and just put it out. That's what I would like to do. One more week works out to be, I think, March 3rd. So I'd like to have it done by then, but I also want to finish it, basically, have like a picture-locked, call in the industry, picture-locked version that I showed Jordan, and we would have to like, figure it out. So, so that's kind of my timeline.
So count on March 3rd. I hope this works. It's probably not gonna. If we have to picture lock it,
Count on March 3rd. If anything, I could just, finish the thing and then give you the video in some fashion, and you just watch it on your own time, and then say like, hey, we should get rid of this or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe that's how we should do it, especially if we're aiming for such a close date. That's 1 week from today? No, it's 1 week from Friday.
Something like that.
28 days, yeah. No, yeah, it's this Friday. March 3rd is this Friday. It's 1 week from
Count
Friday.
on Saturday, probably. March 4th or whatever.
4th. May the 4th be with you.
It doesn't matter. By the time this episode is out, the date will have already passed, so...
Oh, fuck it. Fuck.
So
go check out the Monterey video.
So if it was out, we met our deadline.
We suck with timelines, man. This next one that we do is going to be really tricky to figure out timelines. Like, oh, yeah. Who's calling me? Mother, shut up.
So just bitch buttoned his own mom.
Bitch button. I'm going to butt dial her next, and then she's going to hear me go, we should get a cabin in the woods, Chris. She's going to be like, I fucking delete this contact. She's going to move away, pack her things.
Yeah, doing video productions sucks when you suck at doing things.
Man, I was gonna say I was gonna talk about this.
And
this episode.
This is less so that we suck at doing things. It's more so that I suck at doing things.
No, I think it's a we suck in this scenario, at least for Monterey. So we met up last Friday. We had some Chinese food.
We did.
It's fairly mid, but it was.
I had 2/3 maybe of a Bud Light.
Oh, yeah.
I got a little wild,
We went wild, dude. We went crazy. If I remember, maybe I can throw that gay photo up that we took. We took a photo to send to a group chat and then immediately realized how horrible it looked. Again, not helping the narrative here. But, yeah, we met up. We did some prepping for future videos and try to reel in, like, what our expectation is. And then we reviewed just briefly, like, clicking through the Monterey video because Chris had gave me a first draft. And man, all I can think about is like, Chris did a good job getting this all together and cutting out the shit. But the problem is we were inexperienced. We should have made other IRL videos first to get our footing and then spent the money on the big one.
Maybe, yeah.
So like we've talked about another really big one we want to do that involves like a lot of money and a lot of time. And that's like, we've pushed that down the pipeline and the expectation of like, we need to get better first.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we want to do is have Monterey 2.0 where we spend $1,500 and we're like just barely maybe satisfied. Like, this is okay. So.
Yeah, and I also have to get better at doing things in a timely manner. So.
Yeah, that's also just a result of the timing as well. Like once you're out of school, I think that will get better. And then I can be a little more on you can be a little more on me sort of thing. Like, motherfucker, get the shit done. But like, I'm also not gonna be like, Chris, you need to finish this video right now while you're like
kill you.
While you're doing like fucking 7 programming assignments. Like, it just doesn't seem right.
I just did my first like project, one of my programming projects, and I finished that. And if assuming I don't get another one for a while, I should be in pretty good shape.
Yeah. So we I know we have some videos we want to work on, and I think we need to prove some concepts first. We need to make sure that we fully understand how to do this shit before we go to the big one, because we have some good fucking videos in theory.
In theory, yes.
Problem is we're just two fucking idiots, and we're trying to execute on a theoretical plan without really understanding the practicality of it. So Monterey, we also kind of got caught.
We're good at theory.
Yeah. Like if we were making an animated show, because like, animation is very freeform, you can hire someone who knows how to animate and then they can just do whatever, we'd be good at that. I mean, we'd be pretty good at making animated shows. But in terms of having to like create a production, we fucking suck. we fucking suck, dude.
We're terrible, bro.
I'm saying this as I'm like, go watch that Monterey video. And I'm explaining how much we suck.
So if I actually got it out on time, check it out.
Check it out. It's a pretty interesting time.
It may be 2 videos.
I was going to say we might be splitting it into part 1 and part 2 as well.
If that was the case, I think they'll be probably a week apart.
Yeah. We should have done some sort of naming cliche like The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. Should have called it like, I don't know.
Well, because at this point, I'm tempted to just call it the Monterey video.
Because we've referred to it.
We've referred to it as such so many times. So that people are like, what is this video that they're talking about? And they can click and go, oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
And I go,
I like that idea, but I also feel like we need something catchy for it. We need something catchy. But also at the same time, if you get a good enough thumbnail going where it gives it some sort of mystique, the Monterey video could be enough. That could be enough.
perhaps. I'll hire someone to do a thumbnail that is just the most batshit crazy thing that they can think of.
I wish we had a fucking thumbnail artist, man.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't just us, because we suck at making things.
I know. Because, like, I try to get, like, screenshots of us. I was like, for a while it worked. I'm like, oh, you know, I saw a thing that said, like, put faces on it. And I found, like, expressive screenshots of us. But now I'm running into a trend where, like, all of our thumbnails are the same. It's different reactions of us.
Just part of it, too, the reason we suck dick and ass at making things, specifically thumbnails, is because typically you would want to take a picture, and that's easier than skimming through every frame of the video, and we literally never do that.
We never do.
We've said multiple times, like, oh, we got to start doing that, and we never have.
Just like syncing the audio, how we've said and posted it on the screen, but we don't ever do that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of just fucking suck, dude.
We're bad at making things.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, I don't know. But also, it's like, you know, what kind of photo are we going to make? Just like, oh my God. He said what?
we could do like the shitty reaction YouTuber type thumbnail where we take like 4 or 5 pictures of us doing different reactions, like, and then we use the same 4 pictures over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. True.
Go on YouTube and type in the word reaction. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Unless it might change if you're signed in, so do it in like a private window. Just look up reaction and you'll find exactly what I'm talking about. These fucking people, they take like 7 pictures and they'll reuse the same picture 700 times because they have to upload daily. You have to upload daily.
Yeah.
And it's just them going, oh, the thing happened in the video. I guess that's interesting.
Yeah.
If you're going to do reaction content, at least do, like, good reaction content, you know?
Yeah, we've talked about making reaction content before, actually. We actually made one. And I think we forgot to hit record, didn't we?
No, I think that was when we played Life is Strange.
That did happen, yeah, that did happen.
We didn't record any of the game.
It's really interesting how most of our aspirations went downhill after that. Chris and I were like, we had a week stint where we were like, we're gonna make a horror themed video for Halloween with gaming.
Oh my God!
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do this. And then we started the first thing. The first thing was, let's play Life is Strange. And we were both fairly into it, considering we've played the game 34 times. We're like, man, you know, that was surprisingly fun. You know, with us shooting the shit back and forth. And then immediately we're like, where's the video? Where'd the video go?
It's fucking...
Oh, it's missing. We never hit record.
It's like the fucking... where's the door? Jordan? Where's the video?
I thought you had the video.
I was, you know, it's right here. I was going to cut it out. Okay. Then go get the video. Oh, I see the problem now.
As I bang into the door, yeah. Yeah, that happened. And then we soft locked one game. Like, dude, it's just fucking... Actually, no, we hard locked it.
How did we... Okay. That one isn't on us. Because that game should not have been possible in the game.
Yeah, we started Chapter 3 after the prologue instead of Chapter 1.
And to continue Chapter 3 or Chapter 2 or whatever we started, you need an item from Chapter 1. And then we played Chapter 1 and it was shit.
Yeah.
So we were like, we're not going to play this anymore.
Yeah, So here's what actually had happened with that too, is like we started off like hey guys, welcome to the video. Like we were trying to sell it.
Hey guys, today we're gonna be playing the fucking scary game.
And we were trying to like
I
sell
forget
it.
what the game was even called.
Obscure?
Something
No.
like that. I don't know.
We were trying to play it. Oh,
Visage.
I was saying Vigilante for some reason.
Vigilante. It was Batman, actually.
We were trying... Batman Sim. That would actually probably would be kind of scary, to be honest, like a first-person Batman game. Anyway, we were trying to, sell it. Let's put on a production. Let's try to be interesting, because we're not interesting. And then what happened was when we did soft lock the game, we got so frustrated trying to solve it that the rest of the video was just us staring at the game trying to play it.
There would be like scares in the game, and our reaction would just be,
yeah. Or there was a part where we kept like dying or getting stuck in like a loop, and it kept doing the same scare. And by the end, I was like, all right, yeah, fucking bitch is gonna hop out of the wardrobe. Like, all right,
it's the Five Nights at Freddy's effect, where it's like, I can only look at this jump scare so many times before it just stops working.
Yeah.
Like, FNAF was scary, like, the first 2 times, and then all the other billion times it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like, every YouTuber who's playing that fucking game, when the jump scare, when the cartoon bear would go, ah! They would always have to be like, ah! Oh, holy shit, this is exactly the opposite of what I expected to happen. Like, there's no way that's your real reaction.
Yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, I think we should make another gaming video at some point. I say another. I don't think we've ever made one. We've tried
I don't
to.
think we actually ever made one, but we've definitely tried.
Yeah. We should make one, though, at some point. We've got to find the right game.
We should play Visage again.
Not fucking happening. Actually, Sons of the Forest just came out. That's blowing up.
Is it?
Yeah. That's like, people are in love with it. Maybe that's what we do. Sons of the Forest. A little bit of co-op action.
We're a couple of forest boys.
We'll have cooperative bitches.
We'll play SnowRunner again.
I would actually like to do that as a series. I feel like that'd be relaxing. Nice and calm.
So we can relax. I'm fucking
Alex
relaxing.
is like, I'm here. I'm coming.
Did you hear Alex's reaction to our call-out post, by the way?
No.
I was talking to him in the parking lot after work, and he starts his car, and his Bluetooth connects, and it's our podcast. And I just hear me go, I'm fucking relaxing. And he goes, fuck you, by the way. Oh, man. It was fucking good.
Poor Alex.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have to bully Alex if he wasn't always relaxing.
Fucking relaxing. I gotta relax,
Yeah, what's really funny is our boss says it. He says it now. So.
Oh, man.
And what's funny is there's certain lines like we deliver, and like sometimes you can see when it hits. Like sometimes at the gym, I'll go to do like an exercise, or whatever, like a bench press, just saying. And I'm like, I'm a bit of a bench presser, and he'll just start laughing.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking funny. It all stemmed from 2 drunk morons in Maine. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. If we ever get to a point where we make merch, that's the first thing going in a shirt. I'm relaxing, or
I'm a bit of an innovator.
Sylvester Verone.
I attempted to say his name like 4 times and didn't say it right a single time.
I was like, what's funny is the way that joke ends isn't even funny. It's everything before that. I'm like, I'm Sylvester Verone, Rocky Bop you.
Yeah,
and that's how it ends.
No fucking sense. Yeah, if we ever make merch, it's gonna be Jordan folding his phone with fucking, I'm a bit of an innovator.
There you go. This is me fucking holding it. I would be 100% down. I think it'd be really funny to get that in like a sticker with a QR code to the podcast and just start sticking it places. We talked about that, guerrilla marketing.
Guerrilla marketing, baby.
We did talk about that.
Like Shepherd Ferry. We put like we make a bunch of stickers that make like, all things considered, no sense. But we put like 1 billion of them around. And everyone's like, you've seen this podcast thing? You've seen these guys before?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would actually be really funny.
So if you happen to see a random QR code,
What do you mean?
definitely scan it.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be like a virus that will immediately brick your phone.
That'd be funny. Maybe we should do that. We'll just make
Put a virus?
Put a virus that literally locks the phone onto the homepage of our fucking thing and makes you subscribe.
It won't unlock. It won't release your phone until you subscribe.
And then if you unsubscribe, it does the same
And if
thing.
you unsubscribe, it actually installs a little probe that fucking pierces the battery and blows up the phone.
There you go. But it waits for the most inopportune time, like when you're holding it to your ear.
So like, yep, okay, I understand. The fucking phone blows
It's
up.
like that mission in GTA 5.
Yeah.
When he's like, check out the new phone. Hello? And what, it blows his head open.
I remember I failed that mission one time because I forgot to hit the button.
To call him?
Yeah. The only thing you're supposed to do is call the phone and then it blows up. It's I forgot to do the one thing that you have to do.
Chris is not going to be a great man at heists, if I'm honest with you.
No.
Is that all you got, Chris?
I think so.
All right. So, with that said, you can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Spotify, Pocket Cast, and the RSS feed, all linked below. It's also YouTube and Spotify with video platforms, and you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me. Send us your comments, questions, concerns, and death threats. We also have Instagram, TikTok, and the YouTube comment section. Check us out there.
Or don't. See if I care.
No,
Please do.
I
Please
do care. Yeah,
do. Please.
Don't. Yeah, please. We need money.
Also,
We need
give us money.
we
A
need
lot of money. A
we need this
lot
to
of
be-
money right now.
Both Chris and I are lost in our endeavors. We don't know what we want to do with our lives, so please make this podcast successful. It's the only way that we're going to make it.